Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. Hi. Welcome to Monday night, December 2nd. It is the 2nd, 2019. We are going to be working with Spirit this evening, and I'm on Facebook Live right now. By the way, this video goes over to YouTube when I'm done with it as well. Hi there, everybody that's watching. We have Kathleen here. Hi, Kathleen. Tonight we're a little light on people that already sent me an email to get readings tonight. The way it works is you have to email me, and I'll give you that info in a moment. And then I hopefully get to you. Sometimes I get too many people that need readings during the show, but I do private sessions as well. And you can always email me again the next week, provided I'm having the show, which as of right now is every Monday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time here on Facebook Live, which is a great venue. I'm discovering very quickly. So the readings here are free unless you must be seen, and I have a very heavy queue. You might want to make a donation, which is called the 8 No Wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. That's for urgent matters, and that money goes in part to help animals. I donate every month to an animal charity. And all that donation all this information actually can be found on a website. And the website is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. There I also explain the free for me, which is a third more time free than what you pay for in your private session with me. And your private session can be booked at booklaura.com. That's booklaura.com. Simply put in the event code field, free for me. You can also put in, I don't do a radio show anymore. You can put Facebook Live or whatever in there just to let me know, and then you'll get that added time for free for what you pay for. So if you pay for 15 minutes, you get 5 minutes free. You pay for 30 minutes, you get a third of that, which is 10 minutes added, the same price. So it's all good. Hey, Missy. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Alicia. Hi. Love from Seattle. Oh, great. I need all the love I can get. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Happy holiday season to everybody. I'm feeling the cheer. But also I'm going to be next week's newsletter will have an article which I wrote today. It's on my website, spiritmediumtv.com. Is a page on my website. There you can find loneliness at the holidays. Some of us, even people who have loved ones, they can feel very alone at the holidays. I think there's a lot of expectations of what we're supposed to have or not have, and what we feel or don't feel. And I'll talk a little bit more about that next week, and what you, if you're experiencing this, can do about it. But tonight I want to talk a little bit about proof of the afterlife. Yeah, like I really have proof of the afterlife. But well, not really. But the sessions lately, Spirit has been getting so lucid, so clear. It's like scary almost. And I get a lot of feedback from clients, and there's things like, I'm talking to my loved one in the spirit realm when they're having a session. Now, not every session is going to be the same. Mediums have good days and bad days, but hopefully I have mostly good days, right? In any event, I had a skeptic write to me last week and say, is there some way that you can convince me that there's an afterlife? And I said, no, I can't really, because you have to convince yourself, really, is what I think. I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with a skeptic. I have. And the first thing I think to myself is, we have beliefs that support what we need. Nobody on earth actually sees reality the way it is. We all see a perception, or our perspective of reality. Reality is very skewed here on this plane. So if you are a skeptic, that's fine. Either there is an afterlife or there isn't, and either you'll experience it or you won't if there isn't one. But in my particular case, it's personal, is what I'm trying to say, is that when I first started doing mediumship, it was kind of rote. see things, get information, so on and so forth. But what happened is spirit kept evolving me so that I got to a point where I kind of feel like, well, I'm hearing them, and they're talking to their loved ones through me. That's on the connections that are really tight. There are some connections that never get to that level of tightness. I've noticed, and a connection can start out kind of general. Even here on the show, you might find, and I am going to do mediumship tonight, that in the beginning it's a little general, and then it gets to a real detail level. When the connection gets so tight that I start hearing them as if they're having a conversation, and they're right here with us. And that's how it feels. It feels like they, our loved ones in the spirit realm, the disincarnate beings, which are they're pretty real. It feels like they're here with us talking through my head. So I'm not crazy. Sometimes I think I am crazy, but when I say it to the sitter, you might think I'm crazy, but your loved one in spirit is. There was one, I don't know if she's here tonight, but there's one of my clients, she asked me to do mediumship the first time I was working with her, and her grandmother came in, and the grandmother said that she had a gift for her, and the gift was a geranium plant which she was putting on the porch for them. There were two people that were my clients right then, the younger woman and the older woman, and the older woman said, "That's spooky." I said, "Why is that spooky?" She said, "Because I was shopping for a geranium plant yesterday to put on my porch of my mother's house." And it was her mother that was in spirit. So that's what I mean by spirit kind of giving me proof of the afterlife. But, not to the best scientists have studied this. I don't know if any of you have heard of, what's his name? He wrote the Afterlife Experiments in 2002, Dr. Gary Schwartz. I think he's a PhD and an MD, and he does psychological research at the University of Arizona. And he worked with some of the world famous mediums at that time, like George Anderson and John Edward, and so on and so forth. And what he came up with was he can't really prove it, even though there was such a high level of accurate information. Proof is not the way it can be done scientifically. So if he can't prove it, I guess we can't prove it as of right now, but you never know. You never know. Okay, so let me just see who else is here in the queue a little bit. Hi, Esme. Hi, Michelle. Michelle Jude Mangione. We have it's a little quiet. I don't know if you've noticed it in your lives, but it's almost like everybody's either swept up with holiday cheer or exhausted from holiday cheer. But I'm noticing on the roads when I'm driving and everywhere I'm going, it's very quiet right now. My business, I have business of clients, but everything else is very quiet, and including tonight, I don't have a large population of people who have written me. So let me just explain to you how to get in the queue if you do want a reading. I do not read from the comments section on Facebook because I need to interact with you. So if you do want a reading, this is how you do it. Let me see if I can get a clear vision on this. You have to email psychic medium Laura at gmail.com. Put your phone number and your desired service in the subject so I can find it easily. Okay? If anybody's interested, that's what you have to do. Meanwhile, I will start the meditation and start to work with those people who do show, who already have gotten to me. And if you would like to join the mailing list at spiritmediumtv.com, you'll be reminded of this every Monday night. On Monday during the day, I send out an email, a newsletter at 8 a.m. on Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern time on Monday. It reminds you to get in the queue and what you need to do. So you could just email me on Monday. I like people to email me on the day of the show, so I know you're going to be there. If you email me during the week, I might not know. You may forget, and I don't want to be calling people because I am going to be dialing a number. I dial you. unless you're from another country, and then I'll announce your name and you'll have to dial me if you have international calling. Okay, so let's now do a little prayer, meditation, energy connection, and then I will go to the phone line. So everybody listening, if you would please sit back in your respective locations and start to breathe from your, uncross your arms and legs and start to breathe from your abdomen, breathing in deeply and relaxing on the exhale, feeling yourself with loving light, feeling good about yourself, asking for the higher realms to help you in any area of your life you need. As well, if you're wanting an other side connection, please call in your loved ones now. While you do that, I will go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now, on your next exhale of breath, please release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Good. Okay, so the first person I will call is Sandy. I very cleverly put her phone number. I prepared my phone to call her. So let's see if she's there. Hopefully she didn't forget. Sometimes people forget.
Hello?
Sandy?
Yes?
Hi, honey. This is Spirit Medium Laura. How you doing?
Good. You?
Good. You are on the Facebook Live event right now. I called you from my.
Okay.
I have you on speakerphone and people can hear you. You know, I don't know if you kind of can envision this. I don't even know how you heard about me. Actually, how did you hear about me? Did you find this on Facebook or how did you find this live? How did you find out?
Facebook, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So you know I do this little thing here on Facebook Live. And now that I have the goods on you and I know you want mediumship, we're going to try to make a connection, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what I want you to do is uncross your arms and legs. Breathe in once or twice from your abdomen. And I would like you to start calling in your loved ones from the other side, spirit from spirit, asking for them to come in. And now I'm going to tell you who I see, what I get. Well, I kind of felt a few different souls around you, and some of them may be on Earth, actually. But I do feel a mother for you or a mother figure, meaning broader, could be grandma or somebody just older realm, looking in on you and your health. Okay, she wants to talk before I get to anybody else. So I see a female for you. She seems older, in the older age realm. She's saying you have some things on your mind about your health, but we're okay. So I'm going to just ask her to wait a moment before she goes into that. So obviously, this person likes to talk.
Okay.
And she's not at all shy, but I see her face very clearly. And it looks like a woman that would have liked to have her hair teased up and fluffy around her face, a little bit of a bang that goes to the side. It's on the shorter side, the hair. She has a stronger nose. Her eyes are, they look like they're almond shaped a bit, but there's a strong overlap on the upper lid over the, I don't know if you understand what I mean by that, but there's a bit of flesh over the eye where the eyebrow would be and the upper brow area would be. She has smiling eyes, I could just say it like that. She has full lips. She's a good looking woman, not a bad looking woman. Just those features are the ones I see. It looks like she's wearing a nice little dress right now. She's seated. And she also wears very practical shoes. Looks like the heels are on the lower side, or she might have even had them laced up a little bit in the front because maybe she might have had difficulty with her feet, but she doesn't really fuss about her shoes. Her shoes are just really, really practical. Would you know anyone that fits? Oh, wait a minute, just tell you one or two more things. Looks like the hair color was in the darker range, brown. I can't see right now. I see a little bit gray, but I mostly can tell its original color. Would you know anyone like that, please?
Yeah, possibly my aunt.
Okay. What now? Let me just make sure. She just said something to me, but let me just double check that before I say it. She has under her, she would have given birth to at least one son. Would you know that, please?
No, that wouldn't be her then.
Okay, well, let's just throw that out for a moment because it's a composite. In other words, there might be some younger males in the family. Let's just leave that alone, okay?
Okay.
She said something else to me a moment ago, which I'm trying to get her to check. Okay, she doesn't want to answer the question. I got the sense of something, but I'm not going to say because I have to hear it from her. All right. She says the family was very good to her at the end of her life. They took care of her very, very nicely. She said she didn't want for anything. It looks to me like she was in some sort of assisted living or some living arrangement that was in part caring for her. Do you know anything about that, please?
Yes.
All right. And she loved her home, new home that they gave her, meaning her family. Or somebody helped her with this. Somebody put her in there, got her that, so she was happy and healthy. But there does seem to be a younger male that seems to be around her, either not in spirit on earth, it's helping her when she is on earth. I keep seeing this younger male, could be a younger brother. Okay? Maybe it's an uncle of yours, or someone's making sure that she's comfortable. Could be maybe a brother of yours, okay? But somebody male is around her assisting her. I'm not going to ask you because there's so many ways you can go, and I don't want to distract you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So she's a very loving, kind person. She keeps talking about candy. Candy is favorite for her. She loves candy. You may not know that. I don't know. Do you know that you like candy?
Yes.
Okay. And she insists very much, very much. I like my candy. Um, there's also sometimes a reason for them saying things like that. It might have had an issue to do with her health. I don't know, but we'll see if she wants to talk about that. She doesn't look very overweight, but she's not real skinny either in the vision she's giving me. And she's, like an older person might have a little thickness in the waist area, you know. Uh, she's
Mhm.
she's got a not flat chest, she's got a full bosom, if you will. Um, so let me see if I get one or two more things about her, love, and then we'll go to you and your personal message from her. And if this is not the soul you want, maybe we could look around a little bit as well. Okay, is there anything you want to tell me? Could you know the name is like a Clara or a C or KL name? You know anybody like that, honey?
Um, no.
All right. Well, she says something about Clara. Okay, so I want to leave that with you. And
Okay.
at times you don't remember till later. It makes sense, so that's why I always give everything I get. Okay, so how did you pass? I think that she had a heart problem. You may not even know how she passed. I don't know, but she's telling me something about the heart and the chest area. Um, I believe that she would have even had some kind of procedure done in her chest area. Do you know that about this aunt you're thinking of, please?
No.
So you know she didn't, or you just don't know?
She didn't.
Okay. Well, okay, maybe
But,
there's.
but that ain't to say that she didn't have a heart condition, because that is a family trait.
Yeah, well, I have to say she's insisting on having a heart problem. So, and she might have even had one heart attack, or maybe that wasn't the cause of her transition. But she's sort of saying that again. So I will leave that. Okay, so you're agreeing that in the family there's this issue, so we'll leave that the way it is. I don't know her transition yet. If she wants to show it, they give me whatever they want to give me. I can't force it from them, and whatever else I can get from her. Let me just see what I get. Okay, do you have a younger person in spirit for you, please?
No.
Uh, she's talking about a younger male. It could be a pet also if you lost an animal, please.
Yes.
Okay. And she's saying something about, she was showing it to me before and saying it again now. It must have been a male pet, and it looks like a dog or feels like a dog. Would you understand, please?
Yes.
Okay, that animal is with her, and she loves that animal very much. Now, I hope I'm not superimposing or projecting, because early today I saw a cute little dog. Maybe that dog's still in my mind, but I see a dog, and the dog looks like it's a Pomeranian type. Was that your dog, honey?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. See the danger of, yes, everybody, it's a Pomeranian type or Pomeranian exactly. But spirit uses what's in my mind as a medium to, sometimes it's a little tricky because I got to be clear about it. I have to hope I'm not projecting. Now then I got those things. Okay, I feel like we can continue with a personal message. So she wants to say to you that you take care of yourself. You have a health issue yourself that you're kind of worried about. Would you know anything about that, please? Would you know anything about having Sandy, honey?
I don't know if I have a health issue.
Are you worried about anything then? It could be emotional. Are you worried about something?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so let's see what because that could also be, health is a part of our, emotions are part of our health. So let me just see what she wants to give you for a personal message. That's one of the beauties of this, okay, is that they give us personal messages too. Okay, she says you feel very alone right now. Okay, you have lost somebody else who's gone to spirit. It's making you feel very upset, very alone. Would you understand that, please?
Yes, very much.
Okay, so that's what she means by the health issue. It's driving you crazy. You don't really know what to do with yourself. You don't know how to cope with the grief. And she says that it's a male, is with her now. Would you understand he is the male, as the person you're missing, please?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he loves you very much. He's with her right now. He is recovering. There seems to be a cardio issue with him as well. Cardio, like a heart problem. Would you understand that for the person that you're missing, please?
Yes.
Okay. He's here. And he loves you very, very much. Sometimes people who have been in spirit longer come in first, okay, to open up the pathway. So you may be wondering, well, if he's going to come in, why didn't he come in before? Save us all some time.
Yeah, that'd been great.
But he is here. So let me just give him some time, because this is your issue right now. It's the holidays, and a loved one, looks like your significant other, would have transition. And there's a suddenness to it as well. Would you understand suddenness to the transition, please?
Yes.
Okay, and there's no really, he's making a bit of a joke. He says there's no going back anymore now. He makes a joke. He says, I love, in other words, he's in the spirit realm now. He says it was a very sudden transition. He says, I love you very much. He's apologizing a bit for the way it happened, as there was really no warning for it or anything. He also shows that his frame or his physique was on the slender side. It does not look like he's carrying extra weight when he's on Earth. Would you understand, please?
Yeah, he wasn't heavy, but he wasn't skinny either. But
well, the reason I'm saying that is that you wouldn't look at him and think he was getting ready. Sometimes people are carrying around a big barrel of flesh on their stomach. You think, well, they don't look so healthy. But he looks to me like he didn't really give those vibes beforehand, like as if he doesn't have a huge stomach. I don't see a big stomach on him. You can differ if you'd like. Would you understand he did not have? Go ahead, honey.
Oh, that was you're right on.
Okay.
He didn't have a big.
No, he doesn't have a big barrel in front of him. You're not thinking, well, this guy looks like a walking heart attack ready to happen. He keeps himself in good shape, or looks in good shape. He likes to take care of himself. He might saying things about juicing and or a fresh orange juice in the morning, things like that. He does do some kind of cardio activity, and he's not really a couch potato. And again, he slips in, I love you very much. Would you understand that he does take he's sort of athletic, I mean, he's not an athlete, but he's not a couch potato either. Couch potato either. Would you understand that for him, please?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got a few things here. There's also a sense of you having a child with this person, or there is a child, an offspring. If you didn't actually biologically have them, this person is in both of your lives on earth. It feels like you have a daughter, either together or one of you does. Would you understand that, please?
It would have been a granddaughter.
Okay, that's fine. It shows me a younger female that would be down the line. It just gave me a blush of that. She's not she's not a baby anymore, though. Looks like she's a young adult to teenage. Would you understand, please?
Not quite a teenager yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So he's giving us a lot of evidence, which is wonderful. I'm going to see if he can move us into a personal message about your grieving and your loss, or whatever it is he wants to talk about. Maybe he has something to say that will help you with all this grieving. It's a terrible time of the year, right? When we have a loss like that.
Yes, it is.
I know. Okay. I love you very much. I thank you for being there for me at the end. You took care of me as best you could. There was nothing really you could do. He says he was alone at the time, a little alone at the time when it happened. Okay, would you understand he was alone? That could mean he's in another room in the house, but you're not with him. You understand that, please?
He started off alone, yeah.
Okay, and then
I was in there,
yeah,
yes.
then you discovered him, he says, and you did everything you could possibly do. He showed me one of the things that you would have done is you put pillows and elevated his head for a bit. You're frantic. He's showing me things like this. Would you remember any of that?
Yes.
All right. He's there. He says you're there for him. He's disabled at the moment. You're taking care of everything. I believe you probably called emergency, 911 or something like that. I can't see that. I just see franticness. You're there for him, and he loves you so much for taking care of him. He wants you to know that he's always there for you. He says something about when you look in the mirror, or he calls it the looking glass. He's making a poem, almost a metaphor. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you see or think of me. He says, always remember I'm there close to you. Somehow the mirror is important here. Do you have any significance with a mirror lately? Have you seen him in a mirror? What's going on with you in mirrors?
I've seen him, yes, but it hasn't been in a mirror.
Oh, okay. But you've seen him. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. It's like, okay, so the mirror is like the image in your head is your reflection of him in the room. In other words, when you're seeing him, it's almost like you're projecting him. But not that he's not there, but you're seeing him. Let me just see what besides seeing him, what else could you say, please? Your beautiful, loving spouse here. I'm trying to get something very specific. Bear with me. There's something about have you been looking for something that is missing? Like a piece of jewelry or something? Have you been looking for something?
I look for a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because he put it away.
Oh. Because he keeps showing me you looking under the bed for something, and that could be a symbolic idea, but you're looking. He says you will find that whatever it is you're looking for very, very soon. There's something in a box of something that he gave you, and you will find it very soon. Well, I'm going to ask him, is it jewelry or paperwork? What is this thing that you're talking about? There's some kind of jewelry they gave you that you can't find right now. He says it will turn up. Okay, so if that's not making any sense to you, just keep it in your back pocket. It's meaningful, I'm sure. He says he gives you all his love, and please take care of yourself. I hope, he says, that me showing up this way and giving you all this evidence is helping you cope with the grief and the loss. Know that I'm not gone. Know that I'm just a feeling away or a teardrop away, and that I see you every day. I know what you're doing. I know what you're up to. And he does a little ho, ho, ho for the Christmas cheer. I know that's weird, but that's what he's saying. He's trying to cheer you up, my dear. I'm so, go ahead, honey.
Does he sleep with me at night?
Well, now I could say yes, but I have to give you some reason to say yes, right? I have to give you a counterpoint. So, are you sleeping? I'm around you, he says, in bed at night, around you. I'm trying to soothe you. Yes, so the answer is yes. I'm trying to soothe you. I'm trying to calm you. I'm trying to let you know everything is going to be all right. And there's something about money that is an issue right now that you're worried about. Says that will all be taken care of over time. Just right now, because you don't have the answers, it seems rather troubling to you. And I feel there's a lot of chaos was left behind. So he's going, you're going to be able to figure all that out. He's trying to soothe you. I hope that makes sense to you, my dear.
Yes.
All right, love. Okay, darling. Thank you, Sandy, for allowing Spirit to be of service to you. And I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Okay, I'm going to go to the next caller, who would be Amy. Hold on. Hopefully she's there. That's one of the risks of doing my show this way is I'm not sure people are going to be there when I call them. But we'll see. Well, hopefully she will be there. I see Penny's there. I see Alicia's there. Okay, got a few people here waiting. Melissa as well. Missy.
Wow, it's you. I can't wait to speak with you. Please leave me a kind message. I will return the call when I'm able to. And remember, those you make.
Okay, that's a voicemail. She does a really great voicemail, everybody. It sounds just like her. So we're going to go to Nathaniel, who's waiting in the queue. Nathaniel is a regular of this show for years. I know him from Blog Talk Radio. Poor Nathaniel now is recuperating, or he's in treatment for cancer. So let's see what's going on with him. I hope he's going to be there. And everybody else I see the email, so I'm going to try to get to all of you, okay? I'll try. Nathaniel?
Yes.
Hi, sweetheart. You are live, by the way, on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for emailing me today.
Yeah, I finally clicked on it. I'm trying to learn how to do this. So I saw 7 on there, and I don't know if I'm in line. I missed 3. I don't know if that line over there is 7 to 8. So I'm still here.
You're doing.
Sorry about all this.
No, you're
learning how to do it.
No, you're doing good. You did perfectly.
Go
ahead.
I emailed the wrong one, so I get the right email, and then I figured it out. So I'm learning, but sorry. Go ahead.
All right, sweetie. Not to worry. You're doing fine. Okay. So I'm assuming that what service do you want from Spirit today, my friend?
Whichever, if my guides are coming through, or
all right, let's
whatever,
see. Let's see what they have. And I already mentioned to everybody you didn't pick up the phone yet, that you're in treatment for cancer, and you're doing really, really well with that. I know that it's difficult what you're going through. So again, I just want to send my love to you about that, for healing and everything. So let's see what Spirit has to say to you. This is
okay.
You're a very good person. Your angelic guides are saying you're trying to take care of others when you really need to take care of yourself. It's hard for you to really focus on yourself. And especially right now, you're used to looking after others, or you're used to looking at others. Focusing on you is very disorienting to you. One of the reasons that you're going through this from a soul perspective is to learn how to focus on yourself now. It's part of your development as a soul. So the sooner that you get the feeling that this is important and that you can give yourself all the attention you need, even though it may not be your normal way of living, the sooner you'll be healing and going through this process. So self-care is something that is okay to do, and it's okay to focus on you. Even though for you feel awkward doing that, they're encouraging you to do that. What is another message, please? Any other messages for Nathaniel as he tries to heal his frame? Okay, are you doing juicing? They're telling me you're doing juicing and taking in as many nutrients as you can.
I just had the broccoli and cauliflower and stuff. I'm trying to eat protein shakes and stuff. I actually haven't been juicing, but kind of in a place. I'm not sure. They wanted me to move all my food out of the refrigerator to a small refrigerator, but I'm trying to get by, with what I can do, and I'm taking vitamins.
All right. Well, they said the juicing in particular, green juice, will be extremely helpful to you as you attempt to regain your strength and go back to a normal state of mind. It is going to help you the most out of everything you're doing. So they wanted to tell you that. And I'll see if there's anything else to say before we will move on to another caller. 1 second, please, Nathaniel. Is there anything else that he needs to know? Do you have a pet, a dog?
No, I haven't had a dog for it's been about 30 years. I just had a dog for about a month. But I had a cat in Barstow, and I rescued the cat. And she's a beautiful cat. I was thinking about her this morning and last night and stuff. And she was so sweet.
Do you have the cat now?
No, I gave the cat up on April 14th, 2016.
Okay, all right. So just let it go then, because whatever it is with the animals, you shouldn't have any animals around you now, is what they're saying. Just take care of yourself. And anything else, please, that he needs to know, please, Nathaniel? I'm asking your guides, honey. Just bear with me. Just take care of yourself as best you can, and don't feel foolish about focusing on you. Don't feel foolish about focusing on you. It's important to make it all about you right now, my friend. Okay?
Okay, thanks, Laura.
Thank you, Nathaniel. God bless, honey. Feel better.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to go to the next person. There have been, those were the 3 that I had there. So I'm going to now go to Missy. But Missy, I need your phone number. There it is. Okay.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, sweetheart. What can Spirit do for you? What can Spirit do for you this evening, my friend?
Oh, I'm just open for any kind of connection that you might have for me, any kind of guidance that's around me, anything.
All right. Well, let's see if Spirit has anything they want to say generally or specifically for you, or if there's a guide. Guide. Hold on, Missy. Yes. You're a very spiritual person. You have an open heart to heal and help others. You are doing the best you can right now. Soon there will be more resources to help you in this area, money in particular, and you will be getting ahead sooner rather than later. Something about food and nourishment for the soul. You need to take better care of your health right now. You feel very taxed at work, as if you're not getting enough rest. And you need to take supplements that you're not taking right now. They're giving me sort of like an alarm going off about you and your health, so that you can weather the storm of where you're now, which tends to be very draining. Right now, you're in a very draining situation. So the way to get through it is to accept it and then also take better care of yourself. Supplements could be helpful as well. And also learning how to control your energy and how you interface with others so you don't pick up the negative. You understand?
Yes.
Because you're absorbing. And it is one of your biggest challenges as you move forward. I know you are working on mediumship and all that, and you are very gifted, they're saying. And one of the things one of the reasons you're in this situation, and by the way, we always create our situations. We may not realize it, but we do it for our growth. So one of the reasons that you're in the situation you're in right now is to learn how to set boundaries and to not let energy overwhelm you. A daily energy cleanse and or grounding would be very helpful to you. You have been doing some of that, but you can add to that in various ways. They're saying a visualization of white light coming in from the crown, filling your body, and then creating a field around you would be most helpful. And getting the right nutrients will allow your body to normalize, equalize, and move to a different alkaline level or pH level. At a different pH level, you will not be as toxic. You will not, and therefore, if your body is not toxic, you will not attract toxicity. So taking primo care of yourself will help a lot in balancing your energy systems, and this prepares you to move forward so you are more successful in the future. Does this make sense to you, Missy?
It is all very spot on. Like more than you know. I've been working on my energies and doing a little meditation, but I kind of have not known what I needed to do if I was going in the right direction.
Oh, wonderful. And I don't believe, though, you were thinking about diet or body care. You were thinking?
I've actually just started the past 2 weeks. I've been counting my macros. So I just started.
Okay, perfect.
Within the past 2 weeks doing it. So I've been trying to control what I'm, putting in my body.
Okay. And you may have been, I think what they're trying to say is the new thing right now is that you may not have realized how it's going to help you with your energy level in terms of psychic work. When you get your body balanced better, everything else is going to balance better. If you thought of that already, bravo to you, kudos to you, and you're doing the right thing. Okay, yeah, that's the part that's new. So, and I never thought of it that way, but they're telling us this, the guides, they're saying it right now, that having nutritional supplements and also nutritional balance in the physical field, this is a message for everyone. Missy, as I'm looking at the camera, I don't know if you're online right now, but I am looking at the camera. When we have ourselves nutritionally complete, we're able to do psychic work better, and we don't pick up energy as much as before. Because when our body is not in balance physically, we are more toxic chemically, and that in turn can attract toxic energy because nothing really is, everything is energy, nothing is not energy. So energy attracts energy. So if the body's not in balance, then you're going to attract negative energy. So keep up the good work, my friend. It sounds like you're extremely insightful.
Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate it.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much for calling in today. And I'm going to let you go and go to the next caller. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go to Alicia, I believe, who's the next one in line here. Yeah, Alicia. Thank you, honey, for putting it in the subject line. I hope she's here. I think she was in the comment section on Facebook Live. To be honest with you, other side connections take a while. I don't know if any of you noticed that, even though I'm yip-yapping the whole time and trying to move it along. Spirit has their way of working, and I have to go along with that. Can't rush it.
This is Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. This is Laura, love. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, sweetie. So thank you for emailing and wanting to get a message. And I think you want an other side connection. So let's see here what is available to you. Okay, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to find a quiet location.
I'm heading that way right now.
All right. Because you have to focus, okay, love?
Perfect.
All right. And when you get there, let me know.
Okay, I am ready.
All right. And you need to uncross your arms and legs for a moment or two. Take a breath or two from your abdomen and call in your loved ones from the spirit realm, and we'll see who comes in for you. Okay. So there's a couple of souls here that present. One of them is a grandma who looks a little bit she looks a little rounded. Her body looks a little rounded. And she looks on the shorter side, or kind of squatty, if you will. There's an older woman, okay, too. And she's a motherly figure, if you will. I also have a male here for you. Could be, it looks like it's from, let me just see where this male fits into your energy sphere. Older than you, older generation than you, not peer group. Okay, there's a male to you. Older generation, that would be father, grandfather, someone, or uncle. I also hear the word very spiritual person that you spoke to quite a lot when you were on Earth and confided in him a lot about your issues on Earth and what troubles that you had with your own heart and your soul and this and that. That's an interesting message because it doesn't seem like a normal message, okay? So I'm going to see where that goes, darling. So I have these two people here. I can see where it goes. I have two people here. One's a grandma figure or older mother figure, and I have this male to you. They're talking about spirituality. And he's more than just an average kind of guy. So if you're thinking he's your father, I don't know if he's your father, because not only does he start to talk about spiritual things, but above his head is the sign of infinity. You know that 8 on its side? He's got that over his 8. He's a very spiritual person. He talked to you a lot when you were younger. He's a kind and caring individual. I'll see if I can get more data, honey, and then we'll talk about this person.
You bet.
All right. It looks like he has gray hair or white, whitish to gray hair. He has a thick head of hair. His hair's on the straighter sides and a conservative haircut, parted on the side and combed over the top. Not a comb over to hide a bald spot, but I'm just saying his comb's that way. He's a good-looking male. He looks on the slender side. He cares a lot about people when they're on Earth. He shows me himself in a house. Looks like in the country or the woods, or it's out of the mainstream kind of house. And also he's wearing kind of casual clothing, like a plaid brushed cotton shirt and a sweater over that. He might have liked to sport a mustache from time to time. He has glasses. Do you know anybody like that?
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like my maternal grandfather.
Okay. But he is a very wise person. Would that fit your paternal grandpa? Okay.
Yes.
Very kind, very caring individual, very slender. He looks very slender in this particular image. He looks like he's making tea for you. Maybe you went to visit him here and there and he would have talked to you. Maybe you like to drink tea. Do you know anything about tea with him? Because it looks like he's making tea.
Gosh, it doesn't come to mind. I'd have to think on that a little longer.
That's fine, not to worry. But he's a very spiritual person like you. He also says that you took care of his house for a while after he was gone. Do you know what that might mean? Did you have anything to do with his living place or where he lived?
Gosh, I didn't, but my father and stepmom sure have.
Okay, so maybe he means you in a very broad sense, okay? You took care of his house when he was gone. He looks at you specifically now. He's going to make it a little more specific for you. You are a very kind person also. You take care of everyone, including yourself. He says you don't overlook yourself. He says you're very balanced, kind, loving, and caring. It looks like there's a younger person on Earth with you, as if an offspring. That you would have child or children. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah, yes.
There's not just one. It looks like there's more than one. Would you understand, please?
No.
It's just one. Well, there will be more than one then. Okay? And that you're looking to do that, he says. There are souls here waiting to be born to you that he knows about. Okay, something about the color red. Red. I don't know what this red means. I see the color red around him, like as if there's some kind of red thing with him, or red. Red's important. I'll just say that. I don't know what that means yet. Okay? I'll put it on the side. Alicia. I just want to get a few more things about him, and we'll say a little more about personal message, and I'll go to the next caller. Is there anything you want to tell your beautiful granddaughter, please, about yourself, how you transitioned, what you thought about? He gave you a lot of advice. He keeps going. I gave you a lot of advice when you were younger about taking care of yourself and that you are a very spiritual person. Now I'm going to tell you new things. He says that you are a spiritual person. You do need to take care of yourself in this area more. You're overlooking your spiritual gifts as a healer and a mentor of others. He says, I do not come in lightly to tell you this. It's a family thing. You inherited it, and it's not something to be taken lightly. You have a gift of healing. So listen to this. Okay? Listen to this. Listen to this part of yourself that you know is true, and get going on your real career, which is, raising children is important, your own. He says, however, your real career will be helping many people. So go on with that, continue with that, and don't overlook your gifts. I hope that makes sense to you, Alicia.
Absolutely.
All right, love. And that's why he's here mostly, okay, to tell you this.
Perfect.
Right.
It's been on my mind a lot lately, so I really appreciate that confirmation.
And he says, and you wanted to hear this.
No, he knows it.
Good. So he feels good now. He's letting me know he feels really happy and really good that you're getting this and that you're going to do it. He says he knows it's hard. Your life is you're torn in many directions. He says, but you can't hurt for him to remind you have gifts. So don't forget.
I really appreciate that, Laura. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Alicia. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, love. Okay, I'm going to go to Chrissy. And by the way, if anybody else is writing in, I probably won't be able to get to you, but I appreciate your interest. Your request only holds for tonight. So next week, we do this all over again, or you can have a private session with me. Remember, if you book Laura, go to booklaura.com, and use free for me as your event code, you will get a third more time free in your private session with me. Let's see here, we got her number. I just want to make sure. Oh, that's the one I just spoke with. Sorry, guys. I have to go to Chrissy. Got that right. Okay. Hey, Chrissy, I'll be with you in a second. Now, by the way, everybody, it's kind of hard for me to walk and chew gum at the same time. I mean, I'm in half a trance, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to do that. Dialing numbers while you're in half a trance. Hey,
Hello.
Hey, Chrissy, how are you, love?
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing great. Long time no chat, right? Last week, I think we talked.
Yes, yes.
We had a very lovely session, everyone, last week. I don't remember anything about it except it was good.
It was wonderful. It was amazing.
All right, wonderful. So you want mediumship then? I can't remember what we did last week. I don't really remember. That's okay, Chrissy. You're a very kind person. Everybody's giving stuff to you now. You are a healing type. All right, that's fine. Who's in spirit for Chrissy? There is a male to you in spirit. I don't know if you've lost a father figure, but I get the feeling of a father figure to you. And I'm not sure if that's who you want to speak with. Are you open to whoever comes through?
Okay.
Are you open to whoever comes through, love?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. There's a few people in spirit for you. You will have a lot of people there, a lot of souls waiting for you in the spirit realm. But the first one that I get is more of a father figure. It could be a grandpa, it could be a father. And I get a feeling of heaviness in the chest area. I mean, he would have a problem breathing towards the end of his life. He also says he's a very good-looking man. Looks a lot like you. The family looks a lot like you. Oh, wait a minute. Are you the one from? You're in South Carolina and you come from New Jersey, right, love?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now I remember. Yes. And I forgot who we brought in for you. Oh, we didn't do mediumship, I don't think. Did we? Did we do
No.
mediumship, love? Okay.
No.
No, we didn't. Okay. This male is oh, yeah, we did do mediumship. Remember? We brought in your father.
Oh, yes, my father. I'm sorry. I had a really bad brain fog there.
No, that's fine.
Toward the end, yes.
Because he's doing it again. He's saying he's good looking and you're good looking and you look like him. If it's the same. Now, also that this I don't think I said, that he has problems or difficulty breathing towards the end of his life. I don't think we talked about how he transitioned. I get a feeling of can't breathe. Well, that could mean a lot of things, but usually when they give me that, it means that was a direct reason for transition. He had lung problems. Do you know anything about that, Chrissy?
No.
Okay, let me just see if he wants to refine. And I know that he's maybe not the one you want to talk with. So what I'm going to do is we'll let him stay here for a moment. But do you have a request?
My Uncle Jerry.
Okay. I hear something about he was the kinder of the two, and that he looked a lot like me also. So I still have the first person's connection. Now, Jerry's your mother's brother. I think you told me this, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's a similarity in looks, at least as far as your father says. So looks are same. He says similar looks. I don't see your Uncle Jerry right now, but I will look for him. Okay. Let's see what he wants to do. Because your father is very good at talking.
I don't mind hearing from him. I really don't.
That's all right, love. He says he forgives you for all of your not wanting to speak with him. He understands is what he means, not that you should want to speak with him. He just means he understands. And he's, being modest and humble and stepping back. So let's go to the other soul. Would you understand Uncle Jerry likes sports a lot, please?
No.
Okay. If I can't make a connection, I can't make the connection. I'll try one or two more things. Because even the other day, your father was a good communicator, but your Uncle Jerry, the only thing I got was part of his name. Let's see here. Well, I have to say that whoever I have here is very much into sports, not playing them, but observing them. And that he liked baseball in particular, and also football. Is there any male in spirit that would have fit that description, please, for you?
I'm honestly not sure.
All right, that's fine. We'll try one or two more times. It may very well be true, but maybe not something you shared with Uncle Jerry. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let me just see. Okay, would you understand that your Uncle Jerry would have had a heart problem, please?
Toward the end, yes.
That would have been the cause of transition.
Not the cause, no.
All right. Well, I do hear heart problems, so we'll broaden it a little bit and say it's not the cause, but it's very important, so otherwise he wouldn't have said it to me. I'll just leave that on the side. He also has a problem with his lungs. Would you understand, please?
Yes.
All right. So the two together made a lot of problems for him. Now, sometimes when people have congestive heart failure, they have problems breathing and they have heart problems. Now, I don't know what he had, but he says he was coughing a lot. That's all. He's actually said that to me. See if I could get some other data from him. I have so many people waiting. I'm trying to be quick with this, but I don't want to, I want to give you due time and him.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah. He's a spiritual person when he's on earth. He likes to take care of people. He loves children. He has children of his own. Would you understand he has children of his own, please?
Not biologically.
Okay. Well, he takes care of children. And even if they're not biologically, he takes care of children. Likes children. Feels like he's he says spiritual person, cares about people.
Mm-hmm.
He's a mentor of yours in a way. He tries to give you healing advice about your life, where you're going. He looks in on you from time to time. He again says kindness was an important principle to him. He always tried to do the right thing to help people, take care of others. He also shows me that he does drink a little bit of beer every now and then, but not a problem with alcohol. Would you understand that, please?
Oh, he's fibbing to you. He had a big problem with alcohol.
All right. Well, they see it's the second person, father included, that was fibbing on the alcohol thing. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
Interesting. But he does show me that a can of beer, okay? And he shows it to me that way. I'm going to ask you to stop doing anything else and just pay attention to this particular connection right now with me if you can, because it actually diminishes the accuracy if you're doing something else. Okay, can I get that from you, please?
Yes.
All right, love. Just let me do that. Okay, something about the color blue, blue eyes. Somebody has blue eyes in the family. You have blue eyes too. I think you and he have blue eyes. Would you understand, please?
Me and my father.
You and your father, okay, blue eyes. Is there anything else you want to?
Maybe you're connecting to my grandfather.
Maybe.
Because he's Jerry too.
Well, okay. Did your grandfather drink?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got a lot of drinkers. Would Grandpa have had blue eyes then?
Yes.
Okay, did he like to take care of children? Was he very kind and out like that?
Yes.
And did he have a heart problem as well as breathing problem?
Toward the end, yes.
Oh, so now all this fits him. I'm going to give you more detail, and then we'll get a specific validation, so you'll know who it is. Even though we can't get Uncle Jerry today, Uncle Jerry's a little bit reticent to talk. I think maybe we have your grandpa. This is on your mother's side, right?
Yes.
All right, because his Uncle Jerry would have been named after Grandpa Jerry. Okay, see a frame of a build, a slender build. Would you understand Jerry was of a slender build, please?
Yes.
Okay. He looks a lot like you. And he also says he's very kind and outgoing. He loves the family very much. He says you are a very spiritual person like he is. Everybody tried to take care of everybody in the family as best we could. Of course, we have the drinking problem. But notice in their thinking, this is true of your father and now your grandpa, they both saying they're spiritual people even though they're drinking, right?
Right.
Okay, interesting. And just because people drink doesn't mean they're not spiritual. I guess is the moral of the story here. They may cause a lot of chaos in other people's lives, but they may still have a relationship with God. Okay, let me see what else we can get here. I get the feeling that he would have done something that had to do with transportation and or transit, or I get the feeling of movement around him. Would Grandpa have done anything like that?
Yes.
Okay, what was he, like an engineer or something on a train or something?
Not on a train. He operated a mixer truck.
Okay, fine. And he loved it. He loved his life very much on Earth. He was a very jolly person indeed. He says your mother loved him very much. We all got along pretty well together. Now, these are his opinions. You may not agree with that, especially with the drinking thing. But he says that he was, oh, okay. Then he says, this is a little different. He was eager to transition by the time he got sick. He did not want to suffer. So his transition was fairly short. And once he knew he was ill, he didn't want to stay on Earth much longer. Before you knew it, within a couple of weeks, he's giving me this information. He was gone. He was with God. Do you know anything about that?
Yes.
Was that okay? You can validate that that's correct because he's sort of showing me that.
It's been something I've been wondering since he passed.
Ah, he says he left Earth as soon as he could. He gave himself permission to go because he didn't want to stay around and suffer. He says he's not like other people in that respect, in that he didn't believe in clinging to life when there was nothing really that could be done for him. He says again, I love you very, very much, Chrissy. Please take care of yourself and your family for me. The family is good. Keep the family together. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for that message. I won't say to everybody else, but there's a meaning behind that. And I wasn't looking for keep the family together as best you can. He says that does not mean that you have to keep yourself in the situation you're in, but still keep the family together as best you can. Do the best you can with what you've got. Doesn't mean you have to stay in a bad situation. So he's just illuminating a little more on that, honey. I hope that makes sense to you, love.
It does.
All right, love. I'm going to let you go then. Thank you so much, honey.
Thank you, Laura. You have a wonderful night.
Thank you too, darling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to take one more caller because Penny, who I know very well, I haven't worked with her in a long time. And every time she's tried, what's this here? Penny, is funny that there's a funny situation here with your message. It comes in as phishing, Phishing. I don't know why, but let me dial you up. And we'll give you a message if we can. And then we're going to have to conclude.
Hello.
Hi, Penny. It's Laura. How are you, honey?
Not very well, thank you. How are you? You look absolutely beautiful. I'm
Oh,
watching you on TV, so I didn't expect you to be calling me.
yeah, I
I mean,
wanted
on
to.
Facebook.
Yeah, I wanted to get to you as best I can. Now, the first answer about your financial situation and all that is I hope I can provide, or Spirit can provide some advice. A few times I have read for you on this. I don't know if I ever really was able to provide anything constructive to you. So I'm feeling a little bit nervous about this because nothing's really shifted for you, in all this time.
Yeah, something did. I don't know if we've spoken since I had the disastrous change of circumstances about 2 years ago. I don't think we have. I'm not sure.
But God, okay, but I remember that we had a conversation where everything was bad with money, and you were asking about your ex if he would give you money. That's all I remember. All right, well, let's see if they can give you any advice. Now, remember, everything is really up to us having faith, and taking action, because God helps those who help themselves, so to speak, to quote a hackneyed phrase.
I've been trying.
Yeah.
I've been trying.
Okay, so the message, I'm going to start with the message. You're a very good person, a very kind and loving individual. You give to everyone. You want others to give to you too. Unfortunately, there is nothing to be given at this time that would help you out other than your own gift to yourself. It's important for you to take care of yourself and to take advantage of everything that comes along that looks like it can help you in the financial situation that you're in. I can't force an answer, Penny, but I'm looking around right now psychically to see if there's a clue.
Thank you, Lord.
You need to take care of yourself better than you have been. Get out in the air, exercise. The fresh air will help you think more clearly. You are not in as, now I know you're going to argue with me about this. You're not in as bad a situation as you think you are if you can stop panicking. You will see ways to handle the financial pressure that has been put on you, or you put on yourself, or something was pulled out from under you that was taken from you. However, there will be a way to get that thing back and to get yourself back in the good foot, on the good foot. You need to first, though, get calm and have faith and do prayer, and then do what they're also saying, which is to get out into the fresh air and get calm again. And else, there's a gift coming to you from someone in the family that seems to be male and that would be younger than you. That's what I'm getting mostly as a possible solution to this. I hope that you understand that, and I hope that you can make use of that message. Penny?
Yeah.
Do you know anybody in the family that's younger than you, that's male?
Yeah, my younger brother who owes me money and is not talking to me, nor is my older brother, so I'm really all alone.
Well, they said that
So
that's going to.
I don't know anyone else, and my nephew doesn't talk to me either. He's younger than me.
All right. So I want you to go into a quiet, not right now, but do a meditation and send out prayer to higher realms.
I have, Laura. I have.
Well, they said that there's something is going to come in for you. Okay, and it would be from the younger male. So all is not lost.
It feels like it is.
All right, but
this is the worst situation I've ever been in.
Oh yeah. Don't get me. Don't pull me down into that pit with you. I have to be the one that's strong here. So I'm not going to get upset as well. I'm going to move you up to a higher level. I'm trying. I want you to take time to breathe in some air, go out for a little walk, get some fresh air, and do your prayer. And don't panic. Everything is going to get better. That's the answer today. Okay, Penny?
Thank you for calling. I see you still live on Facebook. How did you do that?
It's a miracle. I figured out how to do Facebook Live, and I call you, which I've just done, and then it's like I'm having a private session with you, except you are on air. Nobody's hearing this. Okay?
Nobody's hearing this, right?
No, this is on air. You're on Facebook Live. They're hearing you. It's a public reading. I hope you understand that. And everybody
Right.
listening, this is a public venue. This is not a private session. Okay?
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think that.
All right. Well, no harm has been done. You haven't revealed anything about yourself personal. Don't worry. All right, love. Take care. Do what has been said, okay? And it's all recorded there on Facebook Live. You can play that back, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. All right. I don't want her to get so upset. I'm trying to be the one that raises the energy because this is, when you're panicked, nothing good can happen to you. Everybody listening, if you're panicked, nothing good can happen. You have to get calm and you have to get centered. We all do that. We get panicked and we don't realize that we are blocking the flow of anything good that can come to us. Dre and Stevian and Paige, thank you so much for your interest. And if you are still interested next Monday, email me early in the day. I'm going to put all of you on my email list so that you get a reminder. I look forward to working with you all again next week. And thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been charming, darling. Ciao, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Bye.